Hostelworld are a globally recognised business specialising in hostels across the world. It's all in the name. It's pretty self-explanatory. So the brief. We need you to inspire more students to travel, stay in hostels and book via Hostelworld. They want to do this by getting students to download their app, visiting their website and just getting involved with Hostelworld as a brand. The background. Hostelworld are the largest online booking platform for hostels. They have social experiences at the core, so they specialise in making people meet new people, exploring new cultures, and with more than 36,000 properties, they have 10 million reviews on their website. That's over 170 different countries and in 19 different languages. Who are the audience? They have a global audience of 18 to 24-year-olds. 60% of those are solo travellers and 32% are students. 38% book for longer than 3-week periods, which would suggest that they're doing longer travel than just overnight stays, etc. 56% book using mobile. These are budget conscious and seeking social experiences that are open-minded, spontaneous and energetic souls. The objectives for the brief. For students to understand the value of travelling and how staying in hostels is the most awesome way to meet new people. They'll explore new cities and have a whole lot of fun, all without breaking the bank. Travelling can be affordable. The research. We went through and had a look at the existing branding they've got across social media and their websites. It's quite clear, having looked at these, that Hostelworld position themselves within an audience of 18 to 24-year-olds. Their tone of voice is friendly and informal, as if they're one of your friends and not a shafty travel company. The USP. Hostelworld has launched a new social-focused campaign called Roamies. This features bold, bright colours and is based on travellers being able to connect with others prior to arriving at their hostels. This is all about connection. The exploration. The idea behind fulfilling the brief is to create a social media campaign that makes use of their tone of voice. This will be followed by posters that will be put up on university campuses that use education-related content in context of travel. For example, a quote that reads, "Ah yes, another day has passed and I still haven't used algebra." And at the bottom, "Learn skills that education can't teach." This will then be combined with an orange camper van that will tour the UK universities. It will offer a pop-up bar, beanbags, and create a social hangout with brand reps and giving out discount vouchers to use on the app. This will drive people to download and look at Hostelworld. There are several well-known brands that could rival Hostelworld. None of them particularly specialise in hostels alone, and they don't come at it from the same angle that Hostelworld do, but that's not to say they're not competition. So Booking.com offer hostels on the website, but also alongside hotels and other forms of accommodation. Their colouring is a range of blues combined with a yellow and a white. They use modern fonts that are sans serif, and they make use of real images on their website. Airbnb also make use of real images. Their branding, however, just uses 2 colours. It's a coral colour with a white. Again, uses the sans serif font. And then into hostels. This is probably the most akin to Hostelworld in that they just specialise in hostels, but they are lacking that social side that Hostelworld are so heavily involved with. Again, the font is sans serif on the logo. The font used across the website is the same. It does use images, but they tend to look a little bit stock imagey. And the colour palette isn't exactly attention grabbing. It's a mixture of like a coral, black, blue and a white. The characteristics that we can take from this are that people tend to enjoy real images, not stock photos, bold accent colours, which are already well established in the Hostelworld branding, rounded buttons and elements. They must be friendly and approachable, make modern use of bold fonts that are sans serif, and offer some clean spaces that aren't too cluttered. So based on that, we can come up with a society norms concept. This is looking at the social media posts from the initial sketches in the exploration. And as you can see, it takes real images of people travelling from the Hostelworld website and couples that with tongue-in-cheek text that will align with university students. So the first post says, another takeaway, over the top of the orange colour from the branding, or 3 nights in Porto. So it's creating relatable content that students can realise, oh, it's actually so achievable to go to this city, to book this hostel and have a holiday. It's not unattainable. Pints in the pub or 2 days in Dam. It's, again, reiterating how doable this is even for students' tight budgets. There's a play on words in curiosity, so it's sort of saying come and explore these cities, awaken your curiosity. Break boundaries, not the bank. And finally, cost of living's gone up, but our hostels haven't, so that's another tongue-in-cheek message to do with the state of affairs in the UK right now. Based on this, there's been some mock-ups created on how it would look across the social media platform on Instagram, and also how the posters would look on university campuses, along with the voucher that would be given out on the campervan tour bus. So, contradicting that, there's an opposing norms concept. Now, these are using the same wording that have been utilised in the society norms concept, but this time there's less free space, everything's a little bit more cluttered. It doesn't use real images, it uses animations and illustrations. It's black, not orange, so although it's still within the branding colours, it's not bold, it's not bright, it's not exactly attention grabbing. The fonts used are a serif Times New Roman font, so they're not modern. The buttons and stuff that feature within the images aren't rounded. It just doesn't look as friendly and approachable. So again, there was mock-ups created based on using this structure. And then from there was some developed concepts. So this is now taken into consideration the additional brand colour palette that Hostelworld have created with their Romies branch of the brand. So this is a green, mustard, blue, purple and pink and a turquoise. These are really vibrant colours that appeal to a younger audience, and are also really noticeable when you're on social media. The mock-ups for the voucher, you can see how this has been developed and now features a white space on the back where people can write details of people that they come across when they do go travelling and book hostels. So if they meet somebody and they would like their number, their social media details, or even a recommendation of another hostel or a destination to see whilst they're there, they can use these cards that fit within their wallets. They're lightweight, they're not going to impact their travelling, and they can write on the back of those. So this is a good concept start. There is room for a little bit of development. So from here, going forward, the app could be developed to allow users to add their newly found friends, making Hostelworld a social media platform of sorts. You could share your favourite hostels and see friends who have stayed at certain locations you're hoping to book. The vouchers could then be developed so that the space on the back isn't solely for writing friends' details. So there are room for developments on the whole, but the engaging with university students actually on campus is at the heart of fulfilling this brief.